We're taking a look at what transpired there as it also relates to local government autonomy. And we have reached out severally to Lagos State government authorities, but at the moment they are yet to honor the invitation. But this morning we've got Segun Aka-Bashorun, who is a former vice chairman of Kushofe local government area. Thank you for coming on this morning.
Thank you for having me.
Well, all of this that you see playing out, is this democracy or what?
It's far from democracy. It's, for lack of a better word, it's a charade. The grassroots politics is so important in Nigeria that we have failed to beam our searchlight, to beam on it so that it's done properly. Because every political growth that we are going to try to have in Nigeria must start from the local government. It has to be bottoms up. If you think that the democracy will have to come through the reverse, where we deal with the national issues before we now come to the grassroots, this is where we're having challenges, because the people who are representing us at the federal level come from a local government. They live in the local government, they build their house in the local government, their children goes to school in the local government. So if these local governments are not functioning, then Nigeria will remain sick. So we need to take local government very seriously. And when local government was created in 1979, from the change of baton from military to civilian transition by Olusegun Obasanjo to Shehu Shagari, what they did was, for the first time, we were having a federal system of government, where the American system of government was being introduced to us. So we had a federal republic. So when the Federal Republic was created, also was a three-tier system of government that was created, which included local government, for the sole purpose that democracy, governance can reach the grassroots of Nigeria, and it can be built from the grassroots. So local government was created and given to the state government for proper establishment, not for them to have total control or to take over the functions of local government, which we see today.
I was going to go there because yes, in your analogy, you started from the federal and then went straight down to the local government.
Yes.
Is it deliberate to not mention the state governments? Are they an impediment to the growth?
Yeah, they are an impediment. Well, it's not that I don't want to mention. They are an impediment. They are claiming ownership of the local government. You see, this is where the fallacy is. It's not that there is a ownership to local government. They were created the same day under the same constitution, the 1979 constitution. So nobody is going to say that states created local government. No, the federal government by law enacted that there shall be a local government the same way we had states that functioned. Now the responsibility that the states had towards local government was to bring the operational system of local government within each of those states to be operable. So the funding comes from both the federal and the states. But what we have seen today is that the states are claiming, especially for those who are against autonomy, they are claiming is a completely state affair. What they do with local government has no business. The federal government has no business in what happens with the local governance. So that's why you see the charade we are seeing today, that in every election in which the state governments are participants, because APC, for instance, taking Lagos as an example, the governor is the APC. They are going to be contested in this election. Then there will be the referee. And when there are issues, they are the judge, because you have to go to their state courts.
How are they the referee, for instance?
They are the referee because why? When you go to local government, first and foremost, you have what you call a tribunal for any of the processes that if you have issues with. The tribunals has been set up by the state government. They appoint and unpick the same way they have unpicked the state chairman of LASIEC. It was done. So we need the independence that Jega had in INEC, where he is not answerable to the president, and his funding comes directly from the consolidated funds.
When you say handpicked, is it not the same way that they pick the INEC chairman, for instance?
No.
Nominate him?
You know, you see, the process of the INEC chairman is a little bit different, because it goes through confirmation. You have to go to the Senate, the hearing, you know, so there's a little bit of independence. And then the minute it becomes the substantive chairman, like Jega or the president chairperson, the independence is there. The like you know what happened, the pressure from Jonathan to fire Jega during the election? He couldn't, because there are certain laws that protected the INEC chairman to have independence so that it can fairly, because you see, when you have umpires, referees in any contestations, we have to ensure that those umpires will be able to adjudge independently. And this is where we're having issues.
But this one is called Lagos State Independent Electoral
No, they are not
Commission.
independent. Absolutely not independent. Let me tell you. You see, before we go through the independent, because we know Justice Philip, where she's coming from. She was a former the outgoing Chief Justice of Lagos. She's the outgoing Chief Justice of Lagos.
So she heads the commission.
For the reason why she's the best person to be the chairperson of INEC, of LASEC, I won't even go there. But there are certain utterances that she has made that we need to take into cognizance. Because to me, I find that as completely unacceptable. And only National Conscience Party, NCP, have challenged the LASEC chairperson for this. One, she made it very clear that she will not make use of card readers. This is anti-democratic. It is not fairness. Because you being a judge, the whole purpose of card reader, even though it is not backed by law, Jega used it for administrative purpose, to speed up the process and to make sure that what they have been clamoring for, especially this same ruling party today, APC, were the ones who championed one man, one vote. You remember Okorocha and Oshiomole, and of course the Lagos State government, past governor. They were shouting, one man, one vote, one man, one vote. So the whole idea of the card reader was to ensure that it would be one man, one vote. Because when you use a card reader, you register your card with the card reader verifies that yes, you belong to this polling unit. Yes, you have not voted before. If you have voted before, the card reader will say you had voted already. So you can to ensure that only one man, one vote.
So if she makes that statement, sorry, pardon me, if she made that statement, yes, could it be it's predicated on all the parties agreeing to it?
No, nobody. It was a unilateral decision. She came out one day and blackly said, I'm not going to use card reader because it is not backed by law. No. That is not fairness.
I'm wondering why there is just so much heated polity at that level. Does it suggest to you that, for instance, if we have a system, which we're running now, it's a federal system from the federal and then gets to the state and then to the local government. If the local government gets this autonomy, for instance, will it be a reversal? Will the local government become the big brother and then the state government become the little brother?
No. Actually, you see, local government, if we get it right, democracy or politics, if we get it right at the local government, we will get it right at the federal government, at all levels in Nigeria. Because it is where the minds, the people who are going to work at the federal level are going to be baked and cooked. This is where the training, the incubation starts from. What you see that transpires at your local government, what you learn of how democracy is supposed to run at your local government is what you will do at the federal level. Now, what we have failed to do at the local government, and I have to make one more statement regarding what the present chairperson of LASEC, we have to make sure that when the election is being conducted and the results are being announced, that she does not insist to announce all of the results at the LASEC headquarters.
Why?
Because what they are planning to do, because I really have to put this, we have to put this on check. Because what they are planning to do in the last election was 2011, where they said, oh, APC won all the votes. If you're not happy, go to court. You remember how Bani Koro's son was declared as the winner? And then the Adeyinka said, no, APC won everything. If you're not happy, go to court. Because why? He lost in court because he was never given the certificate of return. So what this woman, this present retired Justice Phillips, is advocating is that when you finish the election, the returning officer, either for a ward or for a local government, may announce that you won, but he will not give you your certificate of return. That she will be the one to give that to you. And when you get to their SEC headquarters, they may change that result and say, no, you did not win.
No, but what is
you have to be very careful.
What is the procedure about receiving the certificate of return?
Thank you. What happened is an aberration in 2011 that's never happened before. When you win an election, the results are declared, and once the results are declared, the winner, his hand is being held up that this is the winner, and immediately The certificate of return is right there. You fill it and you hand it over to the owner instantaneously. Now, what happened that I said it was an aberration in 2011 was that for those who did not receive their certificate of return, because some of them did not get their certificate of return, by the time they got to INEC headquarters, their SEC headquarters, they told them that no, whoever announced that you won was a mistake. You never won. And when they got to court, they lost. Because when I say they lost, it's because Lagos State, the tribunal, this is where the problem is. The tribunal is set up by a contestant, APC, the ruling party. So this is where this is anomaly. So when we're asking for autonomy, we're asking for the independence of the referees. The people that would officiate the process must be completely independent. And we have to be sure of that.